So Assassin's Creed Black Flag Resynced has been out, and thankfully it has been doing great. This is the first Assassin's Creed remake, and I personally am super happy with it. In my opinion, they took everything great from one of the original games and combined it with all the great stuff from the newer games. And just playing this game has gotten me so excited for the future of Assassin's Creed remakes. So I want to go over the future of Assassin's Creed remakes, as well as go over the must-haves for Assassin's Creed remakes. So there's a lot of good news when looking at the future for these remakes. It looks like well before Black Flag Resynced was even released, there was at least one other remake already planned, and possibly in the works, which is a great sign in telling that Ubisoft wasn't just riding on Black Flag being a success to even consider more remakes. Then when you add in the clear majority of the general public being very pleased with this Assassin's Creed game, it makes me feel very optimistic for the future of Assassin's Creed remakes. In a nutshell, the remakes work for me because they take the amazing cinematography, storytelling, and characters that they created and combine it with the technology that they have now that they didn't have 10, 15, 20 years ago. When playing this remake, I knew for sure that this was now my all-time favorite Assassin's Creed game. But when I imagine Assassin's Creed 2 as a remake, which was my personal favorite Assassin's Creed game, I can't help but get super excited. Alright, so my opinion, in an ideal world, is that every Assassin's Creed game and DLC that came before Black Flag needs to get a remake. So starting off with the very first Assassin's Creed game, this is a no-brainer. Starting from the PlayStation 3 for me, this game never got a remaster to make it to the PS4, which then in turn never made it to the PS5. This is the original AC game that shows that original vision of the franchise. And yes, it is a very simple game, but I think anybody who loves the franchise should have the chance to experience that game. I want to make it clear that I personally believe that Ubisoft should follow the exact same formula that they used for Black Flag. Yeah, that first game is a very simple game, but to be honest, it feels more like Assassin's Creed than any other Assassin's Creed game. And most people who grew to love this franchise never even got to experience that one game. Then there's the Ezio trilogy, which was my favorite before this Black Flag remake, and the only Assassin's Creed game to get sequels. Now, as much as I think the first Assassin's Creed game ever really needs a remake, I would personally want AC2 to be the next remake. In my opinion, this would be the most beautiful Assassin's Creed game brought to modern graphics. Now, some YouTubers like The Hidden One has mentioned the possibility of merging the Ezio trilogy to create one big expansive game, but I personally don't like that because that risks cutting content. What I do think is possible is to just remake the entire trilogy all at once. We know that's being done with the original God of War trilogy, where they're remaking all three games at once. But of course, if they do decide to do that, then it might be simpler to release the original Assassin's Creed game as a remake first, because in return that will be a smaller project. But regardless, I cannot stop thinking about AC2 being remade in the same way that Black Flag was. I truly believe that would lead to us having one of the most beautiful Assassin's Creed games ever. Now, of course, the Desmond Miles storyline would have to stay throughout all the original games. Whether they can bring back the original Desmond Miles voice actor is a whole nother question. He became super successful playing Nathan Drake in the Uncharted series, and I could imagine with his status, he would be kind of hard to bring back. But every other voice actor in the franchise is a must in my opinion, especially the Ezio voice actor. I couldn't imagine anyone else other than Roger Craig Smith, the original voice of Ezio, to come back for that role. Then of course there's Assassin's Creed 3 as well as its DLC Assassin's Creed Liberation, which I really do hope that Black Flag gets its DLC as well. I played the original Black Flag, but I never got to the DLC Freedom Cry, and now that I have the remake, I feel like I need to wait for the DLC to be remade as well. Now honestly, Assassin's Creed 3 has been one of my least favorite AC games. It just never quite clicked with me anytime I picked up that controller and played it, but it always seemed like such an amazing game and an amazing concept. I really do love the CGI trailer as well. It's one of my favorite AC CGI trailers of all time. I am confident though that giving that game the remake like Black Flag and the others would definitely boost my enjoyment of the game 100%. But as far as the remake waiting list, I would definitely drop it to the bottom. It's just not as amazing as the Ezio trilogy, and it's not as necessary as the original game. Now, those are definitely my must-haves. As far as other Assassin's Creed games, sure, Syndicate and Unity could use remakes. I mean, they would look much better, but I don't think they are needed on the level as the original, 4 or 5 games. Then when it comes to the newer games like Odyssey and Origins, I've seen people mention that they'd like remakes of those games, or remakes of those games would be next, but I genuinely don't see that either. Those are much bigger RPG-like games. It would take a lot more work to do that, as opposed to remaking the linear story games that the original Assassin's Creed games are. Also, I genuinely believe the graphics for Origins and Odyssey and even Valhalla hold up very well today. Those games are very beautiful still. Seeing those games remade won't give you that wow factor like seeing AC2 remade the way Black Flag was. Now, I think it's also important to clarify that I don't want every single Assassin's Creed game from now on to be straight remakes. I am still looking very much forward to the new Assassin's Creed titles that are coming out, such as Assassin's Creed Hexe, so long as these titles are still really good games. If new Assassin's Creed games were to come out at a healthy pace, being one game every year, I think the perfect balance would be to alternate between a new game and a remake every year. Now that we got Black Flag resynced, I am very much looking forward to Hexe and getting a whole new brand new game. And then after that, I'd love an AC1 remake. And then after that, they could possibly do the AC mobile game and announce that the Ezio trilogy remake is on the way. That would be better, as opposed to if they were just releasing remakes every year. It would very honestly be getting a little less exciting, because it's true that we have played all these games before. Most of us have, at least. Don't get me wrong, I'd still be very excited for every new remake if they were to do that, but people would start to complain and wouldn't like the fact that this studio is now only relying on remakes. I mean, look at the Naughty Dog studio. They are currently, to this day, catching a lot of flack for only having released remakes and remasters for the past many years. So to recap, what I think is a must is Ubisoft needs to remake all the games that came before Black Flag, while at the same time still releasing new Assassin's Creed titles. And if they're releasing a new AC game every year, then they can alternate between new titles and remakes every other year. But in all, it's pretty straightforward. It's simple enough. I hope you all could agree. Let me know what you think. The future of Ubisoft and Assassin's Creed is looking actually pretty good right now, and I really can't think of a better plan than the one that I've given you guys today. If you know of a better one, please let me know. I personally really enjoy the Assassin's Creed franchise, and I would love to see all of the games within the same playing field graphically. In my opinion, that helps tie together the universe and makes it feel like one whole universe. It ties together a franchise. It makes this franchise feel like one franchise. I personally would love to play through the first game all the way to the 13th, 14th, 15th, even 16th game and feel like they're all relatively the same in quality, graphics, and universe. And I've even heard people mention that they love the old feel of old games, and that's what makes them unique and special, which is fine. And that's what old games are for, and you can still keep them and hold on to them. And that really isn't a great argument for preventing a newer, cleaner, fresher version of that game for people like me who loves that feeling of coherency and all of the games being different yet the same.